Alan Goes, as we know, is one of the best and one of the youngest tattoo artists in India. Like, you're the director at Aliens Tattoo, who have won numerous awards and you've mastered this art form. So, first and foremost, how did you get your start as a tattoo artist?
Uh, so to be honest, I was into animation earlier. I completed my diploma that was for 3 years. I did it in Dadar, and later I went for the degree. But as I finished the first year of my degree, something came up into my mind, and I thought that this was not for me. It was interesting, so I thought that why not try to explore some other thing. I was continuing with animation, but once I had visited Goa for a vacation with my friends and family. So few of us got a tattoo from there. So we paid a huge amount for a small tattoo. So my friend was like, if you are good at art, why not try tattooing? So from there it all started.
On today's episode of ATPS, we have someone who is best known as the youngest tattoo makers in India. He is Alan Goes, whose work leaves a lasting impression on its viewers. Though he has mastered all types of genres in this business, he specializes in hyper-realistic and portrait tattoos. Alan has bagged quite a few awards in the biggest international tattoo conventions in India at a very young age. Needless to say, Alan's name crops up when you search for some of the best tattoo artists in Mumbai. So let's dive deep into our conversation with Alan Gores. Please, Alan, it's a pleasure to have you on this conversation.
Same here. Thank you so much.
So before we begin, I want to ask you, how are you coping up with the second wave of pandemic that's been coming up, and how is it in terms of work at the studio?
So work has completely stopped. We are not working on tattoos as of now because it is not allowed and it is not safe as well to work in this pandemic. And also, uh, as far as the school is concerned, it is closed. School is completely closed, and we are currently working on Learn It Like Aliens. If you are aware, we have an online learning platform which is called Learn It Like Aliens. It is also known as Leela. So we all are focusing on that because even if we are not working physically, people should be able to learn online. So we are focusing on that as of now. Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree that it's a difficult time, but you need to keep going, and I hope that it gets back to normal as soon as possible. Uh, so to move on, Alan Goes, as we know, is one of the best and one of the youngest tattoo artists in India. Like, you're the director at Aliens Tattoo, who have won numerous awards and you've mastered this art form. So first and foremost, how did you get your start as a tattoo artist?
Uh, so to be honest, I was into animation earlier. I completed my diploma that was for 3 years. I did it in Dadar, and later I went for the degree. But as I finished the first year of my degree, something came up into my mind, and I thought that this was not for me. It was interesting, but at the same time that I thought that the growth was very slow in that, and also the job opportunities were very less. And while I was learning, many of my friends, they had already quit animation due to some or the other reasons. So I thought that why not try to explore some other thing. I was continuing with animation, but once I had visited Goa for a vacation with my friends and family. So few of us got a tattoo from there. So we paid a huge amount for a small tattoo. So my friend was like, if you are good at art, why not try tattooing? So from there it all started, and like I explained this idea to my dad, like I'm planning to become a tattoo artist, not as a professional tattoo artist, but just to make side income. So it started from there.
That's great, and it's very brave of you to like switch profession. Like, many of us are still scared to pursue what we actually like. So I appreciate you for that. And since you were into animation, like, were you an artist totally from initial stages? Like, how did you grow gradually?
So when I was in school, my favorite subject used to be drawing. I used to hate maths, history, and all rest of the subjects. It was just drawing I used to like. And since the beginning, I used to draw. I used to do a lot of crafts. This we used to get this series called Art Attack and Mad. You must have watched it. I don't know if you have watched it,
Yes.
but that used to inspire me a lot. Like people do such things for as a profession, not doing a 9 to 5 job, something different. So that used to inspire me a lot, and I used to try that at home. And every time I used to get a free time, I used to try that. So many of my friends and family members used to say that, "अरे drawing करके क्या करेगा? इससे तेरे को कैसे पैसे मिलने वाले हैं?" But in the back of my mind, I always had this feeling that no, I'm going to be a tattoo artist, because I was very poor in studies. I never finished my college. To be honest, I just did my SSC, and my dad was like, "तू animation कर, तेरा मतलब पढ़ने का औकात नहीं है, so you should go for something related to art." So तभी इतना कुछ idea नहीं था. Nobody was there to guide me. So I decided I'll do this. But later I realized that this is something that I don't like. And my father respected that decision and asked me to again go into tattooing, taking a hard decision because I had already wasted a lot of money. If you're aware, animation is an expensive field as of
Yeah.
now. So again, taking the decision to put me into tattooing was a big one, because I was already
Right.
19, 20 at that time. So I came here and met Sunny sir in Aliens, and rest is history from there on.
Of course, you've come a long way, I think, and that decision surely helped you. And it is great that your parents also supported you in this.
Really, my father.
That's wonderful. So, as far as I've read and researched about you, you basically practice like hyperrealism and portrait tattoos. You've basically aced all styles of tattooing. So, how did you achieve expertise in like 4 years or 5 years, which is like a very short period of time?
Yes. So, honestly, it is all about professional training and the guidance you get. Like if you, like whenever we finish SSC, our parents be like, you go to this college or that college, whichever is good, right? They don't ask us to
Right.
go to a cheap college or like a shady college, so that you can get your degree or diploma from there. It doesn't work like that. So it was the same with me. When I asked my dad that I want to learn tattooing, he was like, "Okay, go find a good institute in Mumbai, and yeah, so we can go ahead." So I went online and I searched like for best tattoo studios in Mumbai and best tattoo schools in Mumbai. There was no school at that time, but there was a tattoo institute. So this studio came up. It was Aliens Tattoo, and I had my friend with me. So I was not aware about the tattoos and stuff. He was into tattooing. So he was like, यहाँ पे अच्छा लग रहा है, यहाँ पे शिवा tattoos वगैरह है, तो यहाँ पे जाते हैं. So I said, let's go. That time studio was in Warsaw. So I went and met Sunny sir there. So from there I started my training, and it was 6 months training at that time. So I completed the training, and at that time I had this thing in my mind that I'll only pursue tattooing as a side income, not as a professional career, because again I was confused. I was young at that time, so I was not sure like whether I should do tattooing or animation. So I thought I'll do animation full time because my course was going on. I didn't quit at that time, but I thought I'll continue animation, and tattooing will be just as a side income. So I came here, I saw Sunny sir working once when I was a student. I was just observing, and at that time he charged a good amount for a tattoo, and that tattoo was super realistic. I thought that it was a photograph, like a sticker, I haven't seen anything like that before. So I thought this is something that I want to do now, because it was very interesting, and as I said earlier, that I was into drawing and arts and crafts, so that interested me a lot. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, right. I think your dedication has played a major part in this, because like even if we say that we have skills like drawing, but drawing on someone's skin is totally different, right? So yeah, yeah, right. So like I think your dedication and hard work has played a very important role in this. So moving on, like how would you describe your favorite style, or what are the kind of tattoos that you like and enjoy working on?
If you talk commercially, then I mostly do realistic tattoos, which are based on mythological themes like Indian mythology or Roman mythology. Some of them are based on the travel theme, and so on and so forth. But I personally enjoy working on watercolor tattoos. If you must have seen them, like the watercolor style of tattoos, I like to incorporate them in my realistic tattoos as well. Like it's a fusion of realism and watercolor tattoos. So watercolor tattoos is something that I enjoy working on personally. But when you talk about commercial tattoos, I have to do realism. I like realism, but I enjoy watercolor tattoos more. I'm known for realism basically, but watercolor tattoos is something that is very close to me.
Yeah, I've seen all your work on the website, and I must say it is phenomenal work. All your work is like absolutely stunning, and actually motivates me to get a tattoo myself.
You can come to the studio anytime once the pandemic is over.
Sure, definitely, definitely. Um, there's always like whenever we practice, there's always an inspiration behind all our artwork. Like I'm an artist myself, so tend to seek inspiration from somewhere. So do you have some artists that you look up to, or like can you name any artists that you seek inspiration from?
Yes, there are many artists that I follow. Like I personally follow many artists on Instagram because I like to seek inspiration on different styles, different art styles. So when it comes to realism, there is this guy from the US. His name is Steve Butcher, and he specializes in hyperrealism. So he does color realism mostly. He tattoos basketball stars like LeBron, Kobe, and all of them. So I like his work personally, but in terms of different styles, then there is Benjamin Locus, Julian Siebert. They all do freehand stuff, so I get very much inspired from them. And there are many Indian artists as well who do great work. Yeah, so I follow them for more inspiration.
Yeah, right. And you have also, like earlier you mentioned that you were inspired from Sunny Sir's work also.
A lot.
So we actually had, yeah, so we actually had Sunny Sir on our podcast in the last season. So he also like while speaking, he mentioned that as someone working in this field, you need to like listen to people's stories and convert their feelings into art, right? So how do you go about the whole process of approaching a new client?
Yeah, so as he said, you need to listen first. Before you talk, you need to listen to what your client has to say. So every time a client walks in, he has his own imaginations, his own ideas, his own concepts with him. So we need to sit and first understand what exactly he wants from us. So we take down his, once we listen the concept or the idea, we take down his design brief, like what elements he wants us to add in his tattoo. And once we have that, we write it down and then discuss few designs with him, like what kind of styles he like when you talk about tattooing, there are many styles. There is line art, there is watercolor, there is realism, and so on and so forth. So once he likes any kind of style, so we take down the elements and start designing. Once that is done, we take minimum 4-5 days to create the design, and we send him a first draft after that to understand whether he's liking it or not. Once he approves that draft, that all the elements are in there and it is good to go, then we finalize the design. And within 7 days, the design is ready, and after he approves it, it is all good to go for a tattoo. So that is how the process goes. Sometimes it takes a lot of time. Like some clients are very choosy with what they want, where they want it. So based on that, you need to be patient along with the client, because it is going to stay on his body forever. So we cannot force him, right?
Right, absolutely.
Like just get this done. So we need to stay with him collaborate, work with each other. Sometimes the client has to come in the studio and we design it in front of him. So that is how it goes. There are different levels of designing. Yeah.
And as you said, like some clients like take longer. So do you have any specific memorable experience that you would like to share with some client that like you will remember it forever?
There are many clients, basically, like most of my clients, especially mine and Sunny sir's client, they get big tattoos. Like we had this client coming in from France. If you remember, we did a back piece. It was Ardhanarishwar, full back. So this guy had come from France specially to get a back piece and a few more tattoos. So he got in all one back piece, one deltoid piece, then one forearm piece, and a few multiple tattoos. So he had come up with all the concepts. He knew what he wanted, how he wanted it to be designed, and his budget. So he stayed here for 4 months just to get the tattoos done. So we had to sit with him, work with him based on his ideas. Sometimes we decided that no, we'll do this, and later we come up with an idea which was completely different than what he wanted. So we had to convince. Sometimes the clients come up with some other design, but we need to educate them because we are the artists, right? They don't know how it's going to look on the body. So sometimes you need to educate them and tell them how it's going to look once the design is done. So he got the tattoos, he got all the tattoos, and they were based on Indian mythology, Lord Shiva. He was a devotee of Shiva, and he had gone to Kumbh Mela as well, if you are aware. Yeah, so he went there where they do this, what do you call it, a rally kind of thing. All the Aghoris, they join together and they do a rally. So he joined it and then he left for home. His tattoo was also featured in a magazine at that time.
Wonderful. That's a wonderful experience. Yeah, and as you said, like clients like come up with their own ideas. So it generally happens that it's some trend going on, or people. It generally happens that people want to see a tattoo on somebody else before getting it done themselves. So as you said, you face such clients like who come up with their own ideas. So like, how do you handle that since there's a less scope of doing your own creative thing?
Yeah, so basically I feel that there are two types of clients. One who know what they want and how they want it. The second type of client, they doesn't know what they want. They are like, you suggest us. आप बताओ, you tell me क्या कर सकते हैं. And when you suggest, they don't like it because it is you that wants something for them to do it, right? Basically, if you ask me, I personally like doing skulls. So I'll suggest you to do a skull, but would you get it? No, right? Because you don't have anything in mind. I am suggesting you something that I like. So it doesn't match up. So you need to educate them. So we tell them to, we sit with them, show them few references based on, say, if you like traveling, we can do this. If you want something based on your profession, we can do this. If you have a pet dog, you can get his name tattooed. If you love your mother or your father, you can get something for them. Your brother's portrait or something like that. Whatever you like and something that you can carry all your life. So you need to educate them, put time in, because it is a permanent thing. You cannot just do anything on people, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And for many of them, it's like a very personal thing than just showing off.
Yeah,
So,
for our clientele mostly, it is all about like how they express themselves. They have their own ideas, imaginations, which they share with us, and it is a long-term journey. It is not just they got the tattoo and that's it. It is a long-term journey. They cherish it all their lives.
Absolutely. And you're doing a wonderful job, I must say, at Aliens Tattoo. And like I was coming on to that question that what do tattoos mean to you personally? Like, how much do you think is it a private thing and how much do you think it's like a show off?
To be honest, it depends from person to person, like how they want it to be, because when a client walks in, some people, they get the tattoo in such a place that it's going to be exposed all the time. Some people get face tattooed. Some people want it to be like on the private parts because they don't want it to be seen. They want to keep it away from the parents. Like I did a tattoo yesterday on practice skin. It was a small piece, but I had done it on a client who got the tattoo in April. It was a small piece. I was just practicing because since 2 months I couldn't do any tattoos. So I wanted to share that experience, like what's the difference it makes. So that tattoo, I remembered that she got it on her ribs. She was supposed to get it on her forearm. So she said that I normally tend to ask my clients whether you want to hide it or expose it. So she was like, I want to hide it, but I want it to be seen at the same time. Because if you do it on the back, you won't be able to see it. So I suggested her that you can do it on the ribs so that you can be able to see it at the same time. So at her home, it was not allowed to get tattoos. But she wanted to get it done. 4 of her friends, they got a friendship tattoo basically. The others got it done where they can expose it. But in her case, it was not allowed. So she got it done on her ribs. So it depends from person to person where they want to get it done. But nowadays it is quite okay in India. Earlier, tattooing thing was a taboo. People thought that people who do tattoos and get tattoos done are devils.
Yeah, in some cultures it is still a taboo. I agree that. But it was a great answer, I think. Tattoo is a form of self-expression. It differs from person to person. Yeah. So moving on, from you were a student at Aliens Tattoo School earlier, and now you are a mentor yourself. So what transformation do you see within yourself or in your practice up till now?
There is a huge progress, you can say. Like when I started tattooing, when I was hired at Aliens, I was not being hired as a tattoo artist. I was good at communication and I had basic software knowledge that I had learned from animation. So when Sunny hired me, he hired me as a studio manager basically. You talk to people, you get their basic designs done, and tattoo will be done by some other artist. But looking at that, I was very much inspired that no, even I want to do the tattoos that these guys are doing, because I was very new. I didn't have any portfolio so that Sunny can give me big works, So from then I started practicing more. Like 6 days I used to work in the studio. 7 day used to be a free tattoo at home. Free tattoo, you mean like a free portrait, free realistic tattoo. And I used to come and show it to him that I have done this today. And as time progressed, I started improving my work. Still, I was not doing tattoos in the studio, but I was doing free tattoos which were getting better and better every time. So now it's been almost 6 years that I've been tattooing, but people started recognizing me since 3 years ago, because that is where I started building my portfolio, going to conventions, and that is how people started knowing me. But I started from scratch. I was a newbie in tattooing, no background of tattooing. I started as a fresher, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so as a mentor, do you think that students of today have more exposure than what you had at your time
Absolutely.
towards this industry?
Yes. Because when you talk about tattooing, this tattoo industry is quite undiscovered as of now. Like if you pass SSC, your father or your mother is not going to tell you that okay, you can go on and become a tattoo artist. They're not going to tell you that. They talk about engineering, they talk about being a doctor and other fields, right? So my dream or my goal is to make tattooing as a career option for people who are willing to pursue this as a career. people are still not aware about what tattooing exactly is. So we are trying to educate people through our school and through our marketing, like to make them understand what tattooing exactly is, how much a tattoo artist can earn. Because people think that tattooing, the entire tattooing thing is negative. Recently things have changed, but still they have that thing in their mind that no, my son or my daughter should do something different. So that is something that we are trying to change through tattooing. But there is a lot of scope when you talk about tattooing. An average tattoo artist, a professional good tattoo artist, makes around somewhere between 30,000 to 1.5 lakhs per month, depending on what kind of skill set he has.
You're doing a lot for the society, I think, but on a personal note, like right now you're pretty young, and as someone who has also seen success in what you're doing, so I'm sure you have some long-term goals. And is there any dream that you have set up for yourself?
Yes, like few of my dreams have already come true. Like becoming a professional tattoo artist was one of my dream. Then getting featured in an international tattoo magazine was one of my dream, which has come true. Then winning awards at international conventions was one of my dream that came true. Then the future is where we are planning to go abroad. We're planning to open up a studio in US. So I wish to work there, take Aliens Tattoo ahead, and become a successful tattoo artist myself. I am successful as of now, but I think there is a lot to learn. Yeah. There is a lot to learn, and yeah, hopefully we'll get there.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish you all the best for all your future endeavors. So, talking, yeah. So, as you said that there's still a stigma attached to tattooing, and slowly the people's perceptions have been changing in recent times. So, how do you see the tattoo industry in the upcoming future?
So, as you know, Aliens Tattoo is one of the leading tattoo studios in India and across the globe. Like, we are opening franchisees all over the globe. Currently, we are having 6 franchises in India, like including Pune, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Visakhapatnam, Delhi. So many franchises are coming up. We are planning to go abroad as well. As I said, we're planning to expand in US, UK. So that is the plan. So as far as the current tattoo scene is concerned, due to the pandemic, people are quite scared, to get tattoos from any kind of studio. They're looking for a professional tattoo studio. So I think the future is bright when it comes to tattooing, because people are bored sitting at home right now and they want to get something interesting. They want to go to the tattoo studios and get tattoos done. But I think if you want to pursue tattooing for future, this is the right profession, because the best part is that you work for yourself, you spend time on yourself, and plus you don't have to report to anyone. You have to be creative on your own. So that is the best part about this.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you talked about creativity, a question that popped up in my mind is that, like, while being creative and while experimenting, have you ever like made a mistake while doing a tattoo? Like it incidentally just happened, and then how do you cover it up? Like,
Many mistakes, I would say. I won't lie. So I have done it on clients as well when I started tattooing. So yeah, I took that as a learning, and I made sure that I don't do that again. Especially in small tattoos, I have done mistakes in small tattoos, not major mistakes, but minor mistakes. But I have done it, I won't lie. But when you get that kind of experience, you learn from your mistakes. I've done it, and I won't lie. So when I used to do small tattoos, there used to be many mistakes. Like sometimes the lines used to go wrong. I used to do shading wherever there was color packing, or wherever there were dots, I used to do shading. So that were the mistakes I used to do. But when it comes to the kind of work that I do, realism, the chances of mistakes are very less, because when you work on a portrait, like especially when you're working on somebody's portrait, it has to look same, not similar, it has to look same. So there is no room for mistakes. So from the minor mistakes, I have learned that it cannot go ahead with me, because if I'm working on a portrait and the slight mistake, slight change in the expression can be a major mistake. So yeah, that has changed.
Yeah, even if with the mistakes, I think we keep evolving and keep learning, and that's what you're doing. As we're towards the end of the segment, so my last question to you is, what advice would you like to give young artists who are into tattoos and who want to take it up as a profession?
I would say never stop learning. That is the first advice, because as you said, you think that I am successful, but for me, I still think that I have a lot to learn. I keep on learning every day. I try to educate myself, try to educate people around me, so that I can learn more to teach them. Like being a mentor, in order to teach, you need to know the information, right? That you want to share. If you don't know it, how will you be able to teach them? Yeah, so that is what I believe. And there is this thing, like whenever I talk to other artists, they like to brag about they have not learned from anyone, and they end up spending more time in figuring out the techniques that we already have. Like if I have to explain, Sunny sir has almost spent around 13 years in tattoo industry. He has gathered all the techniques and he shared it with me when I was a student. Now I take care of the entire school, Aliens Tattoo School, and we have a proper structured course over there. So I would like to recommend that if you want to become a great artist, you need to learn from the best place. It can be anywhere. I think I learned from the best and I'm doing great. That is all because of it. So yeah.
Right, absolutely right. And thank you for joining us, Alan, and for this wonderful conversation. I wish you all the very best for all your future endeavors, and it was a pleasure hosting you.
Me, first of all, for this podcast, and I really enjoyed it.
Congratulations to all of you who made it till the end. Thank you for listening to this episode, and I really hope you liked it. If you did, please leave us a review on our YouTube comment section. And if you come up with any questions while listening to this podcast, you can add a comment on Instagram or YouTube, and we will get back to you and help you as much as possible. You can find us on Instagram or our website by the name arttown.store. So do connect with us. We're truly excited to converse with you.